Somewhere around the age of 23, I started making drinking a regular habit. I used alcohol to celebrate, cope with feelings, or to help enhance an event.
No shit, you're gonna try to knock that camera out of my hand.
I never considered myself a real alcoholic because I knew if I abstained from alcohol for a day or two, I wouldn't get the shakes. Crazy to say out loud, I know.
Well, in retrospect, I made some really bad choices after high school.
A few years ago, I started trying to see how long I could go without drinking. I successfully completed a few 30-day breaks, but whenever I got too deep into sobriety, you know, that period of time right after the initial buzz and excitement, the early sobriety wore off, or what is also known as the pink cloud phase.
Pink clouding may not happen in exactly the same way for everyone, but common feelings and experiences include feelings of euphoria and extreme joy, a hopeful outlook, positivity and optimism about your recovery, a calm or peaceful state of mind, confidence about your ability to maintain sobriety, preoccupation with the positive aspects of recovery, commitment to positive lifestyle changes, increased emotional awareness, and a tendency to overlook the hard work necessary to maintain your newfound sobriety.
I would start having what I thought was anxiety about not being a drinker anymore. I had thoughts that I was missing out. I started obsessively wondering if I would go back. What does that even look like? So as a way to calm my racing brain, I would go get a six-pack of one of my favorite IPAs. And before I knew it, I was back in my regular habit of having a so-called reward after a long day or a way to celebrate the weekend.
It's brewed for a man's pleasure by the Carling Brewing Company of Cleveland, Ohio.
I had no idea that there is a super common withdrawal period that 75% of drinkers experience after they quit their habit. That's what I want to talk about in this video, because had I known what to expect years ago, I might have been able to get rid of alcohol much, much sooner. When we think of alcohol withdrawals, I imagine most of us have heard of the DTs or delirium tremens. Delirium tremens occur typically 2 to 3 days after last consuming alcohol. Symptoms include shaking, confusion, and hallucinations. These effects are typically only associated with severe alcohol abuse. But it's impossible to predict exactly how someone is going to respond when abstaining from alcohol. This is because there are a variety of factors involved in someone's reaction to quitting, including, but not limited to, age, weight, volume of consumption, physical fitness, and genetic disposition. Side note, the genetic thing is a highly debated topic in the world of addiction, and this is a rabbit hole much, much too deep to go down during a 5-minute YouTube video. What you may not know is that there are symptoms that occur after your initial withdrawal period. These symptoms are annoying and persistent, but they have an adorable acronym, PAWS. Yes, like a tiger or a little kitty cat paws. Rawr.
Your turn.
But what is PAWS? PAWS is post-acute withdrawal syndrome. PAWS is the long-term healing of your brain. After years of alcohol use, spoiler alert, you're gonna need more than just 2 weeks to heal your body. If you've been using alcohol as a way to calm down and relax,
in a world of false values, that's something nice to think about. You're an honest man. Try an honest beer.
your brain is literally going to have to relearn how to calm itself without the assistance of alcohol.
I can be giggity. I can be good. I can be giggity. I can be
And
good.
if you think you're experiencing PAWS, there is some good news. PAWS is not continual suffering. PAWS is cyclical, meaning that it operates in cycles. This is important information when developing a winning mindset in your battle for recovery. Especially if you're watching this video and you're right now currently in a phase where it's difficult, remember, please remember, this is a phase. It might just last a few days, but it will subside. So why does my brain hate me? Your brain chemistry adapts to the presence of substances, so when you suddenly remove alcohol, your brain freaks the F out.
I'm freaking out, man. You are freaking out, man.
Because it's become accustomed to receiving rewards. Fun stuff, right? PAWS fun facts. It's estimated that up to 75% of people will experience some sort of PAWS. Mostly they will only get mild symptoms, but sometimes someone will feel the symptoms so keenly that they may think that they are literally going crazy. These symptoms arise at times where we would normally regulate our emotions with alcohol. And this is why PAWS has a reputation for triggering many people into relapse. If you're feeling frustrated going through this process, just try and remind yourself that you are on a journey to heal your brain. It takes time. You are literally relearning how to cope with the world around you. Say it with me.
This too shall pass. You feel bad right now? You feel pissed off? You feel angry?
That's
This
good.
too shall pass.
Oh, great.
You feel great? You feel like you know all the answers. You feel like that everybody finally gets you, and there you are. This too shall pass.
Friendly disclaimer, there is no definitive way to know whether an alcoholic will develop withdrawal symptoms or how severe they will be. There's just no way to know. There's also no magic maximum amount of alcohol that someone can drink without experiencing withdrawal symptoms. And due to the risk of serious complications like tremors and hallucinations, it is always recommended to seek the help of professional alcohol detox or an inpatient treatment facility to safely manage the onset of any potential withdrawal symptoms. However, with that disclaimer out of the way, I just wanted to restate off the record that it took me years to quit drinking. I never reached out for help, and I wish I would have. I wish I would have had the courage to say, I want to stop, but I can't. I think I would have saved myself, honestly, a lot of time, stress, and effort. And I felt weak and powerless because I kept losing the mental battle with alcohol. I would try to abstain, I would make it a few months, weeks, days, and sometimes just hours before I would get caught in the trap of circular thinking and I'd given to my craving. You know, I'm also like a highly sensitive person and I'm prone to overthinking, which alcohol honestly helped with a lot because it slowed my brain down. It also temporarily leveled my emotions out. I was a quintessential case of someone who is self-medicating. So I'm making these videos as a way to encourage people to reach out if they need help, but also as a resource. Had I known psychologically what to expect and what was going on, I might have had a better chance of working through my difficult emotions. Quitting is so hard, and don't underestimate the amount of work it's going to take to heal and to get back on a healthy track. Hopefully now you know a little more than you did before watching this video, and you're able to smoothly sail the seas of recovery chaos. If you found this video helpful, consider tapping the like button and commenting you're not alone as a way to encourage others who are struggling right now and browsing the internet looking for help. I'll be active in the comments, and I encourage you to as well. Obviously, this helps me, but having support from an internet friend is better than no support at all. And one more thing, please, please, please keep in mind, I'm not a professional or a doctor. I'm just a guy on the internet looking for questions and sharing what I've found. If you're curious to learn more about PAWS and other stuff I've discussed in this video, there are links to my sources in the description of this video. Bye-bye.